Yeah, hi there. These comments are for Karen, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you made a comment over at my Facebook page. You say, I'm going to take the TOEFL IBT on February 20 or on March 5th, but I need at least 80 to apply to a master's program. I've never taken the TOEFL before. I want to get your online course. I also want to know how long you recommend me. You want to say here to study before the exam. Yeah, good question. Probably your English is a little bit better than what you think it is. My recommendation for you is 60 days, so 2 months. And pretty quickly, as you become one of my students, when you do the speaking and the writing practice test, I will give you a score on a scale of 0 to 30 for every practice test that you submit. So as you're getting closer and closer to 20 points, that tells you whether or not you're ready to take the TOEFL, at least in terms of the speaking and the writing sections of the exam. You see what I'm saying? So I'm going to recommend 2 months. What you can do after 60 days, if you like, Karen, is you can take a full-length IBT practice test to mark your progress to see how close you are to your goal. So if you take the full-length 5-hour practice test and your score is 79 to 85 or something, then that's telling you you're pretty close. However, if the practice test score is, say, 65 to 75, then that probably means you need more time than just 60 days. But what are you doing right now? Use as much English as you can. Watch a lot of TV in English, news, documentary, history, science programs. Make sure that you're reading a lot. You can read magazines, newspapers, and longer books. Really get a lot of exposure to the language and start going through the lessons in my online TOEFL course. I'll give you a choice here. I'll put a link into the Facebook message to a 60-day TOEFL study guide that I recommend that you can use at least for 60 days. However, once you become one of my students, you will have complete unlimited access to all 700 of my pronunciation, grammar, vocabulary, listening, reading, writing, and speaking lessons. So you can either use a study guide or you can go directly to my online course and study whatever you like. But one thing for sure, you need to start doing speaking and writing practice tests so I can start giving you feedback. Because the more practice tests you take, the more feedback I'm going to give you, and the more likely you are to solve the delivery, the language use, and the topic development problems you're having so that you can consistently score higher than, say, 20 to 22 points on the speaking and the writing portions of the exam. All right, Karen, so those are my comments to you, and all the best to your high-scoring TOEFL success.